Tēnā koutou katoa. Nau mai, haere mai, ko Brad Hudson aho, and welcome to the boys' 5th and 6th playoff of the New Zealand Secondary Schools Waterpolo Championships, live from the Wellington Regional Aquatic Centre. We have King's College taking on Sacred Heart College in this Auckland derby. This is a replay of the North Island's 5th and 6th playoff that was played roughly 4 weeks ago. Joining me in co-commentary today is an old boy of Sacred Heart College in Auckland. He promises not to be too biased in his comments today. Kieran April. Kieran, many thanks for joining the broadcast today. You know Sacred Heart College water polo very well. King's College, though, very competitive side. Tell us about both teams.
Kia ora, Brad. Thanks for the introduction there. As you mentioned, a Sacred Heart old boy, but on the screen here we can see King's College. Cap number 1, Josh Fenton. Cap 2, Felix Ellenson. Cap 3, Ethan Watson. Cap 4, Guy Hunt. Cap 5, Alex Jagush. Cap 6, Harry Furman. Cap 7, Min Chan Kim. Cap 8, Toby Tasker. Cap 9, Charlie Hun. Cap 10, Will Tisdall. Cap 11, Rowan Elliott. Cap 12, Hatham O'Moore. Cap 13, Jonty Cook. Cap 14, Alex Grant.
King's College coached by Jim Floringer. And here's your roster for Sacred Heart College Auckland. Cap number 1 is Ollie Jarvie, 2 is Bronson Junction, 3 is Fletcher Hilton, 4 Jet Evans, 5 is Ben Millard, 6 is Toby Grace, 7 is Liam Goh, 8 is Dylan Pearson, 9 is Max Beers, 10 is Noah Grace, the brother of Toby, 11 Seth Byers, 12 Connor Ponton, and 13 Thomas Cummings. And their coach is Justin Pickering. Both teams, their last instructions with their coaches, Jim Floringer, coached many New Zealand teams. When he moved to America, he based himself in Wellington early on and was quite successful with a lot of the Maranui water polo teams over those years. Now he plays his trade in Auckland. Previously as coach St Kitts. He's been at Kings for a number of years now, and he coaches at the Seawolf Water Polo Club.
Absolutely there, Brad. As you mentioned, Jim there has made massive waves in New Zealand water polo over the last 10 years. Well done to him and what he's doing up in Auckland at the minute. And also, massive well done to Justin Pickering, a Tauranga boys or a Tauranga Water Polo Club player. Excellent player in the New Zealand Men's National League and coaching a Sacred Heart College boys team. As you mentioned, my old boys team, Brad, my old school team. I will try not be too biased, but at the same time, this is just a great opportunity here for these boys to be playing at the National Secondary Schools Championships here in Wellington.
Sacred Heart of the 2010s dominated the schoolboys water polo title race. Many fantastic players have come through, particularly the Patterson twins over the years. They were two dynamic players. I remember seeing them play. So we get the first quarter underway, and it's going to be King College with the first attacking opportunity. Toby Tasker with the swim off. And look here, this number 12 here, Kieran Elmore. He is a strong, mighty player, and he is a hard man to control. Well, what Kings like to do is crossfield drive, and they earn themselves an ejection early on. And that's going to be cap number 12, Connor Poynton. First 6 on 5 for King's College. They take it deep into the 2. It comes up to Kim at the top, and he's been fouled. Look to open the gaps, and that's a fantastic goal there by Ronan Elliott, his 4th goal of the tournament. And it's going to be King's College ahead, 1-0.
Really good finish there by Rowan. Catching the ball weak on the right-hand side there and being able to put that past the defender and into the back of the net. Well done, Rowan.
Sacred Heart now with their first attacking opportunity for the morning. Ball comes down to Jet Evans. Walks it, but it's been well tipped on the elbow there by Tasker. Excellent defence.
Jet Evans there just managing to let the ball go, but now back on defence, in centre back. Here comes Sacred Heart back on the counter attack now, Brad.
Good defence by Thomas Cummings. Pass that time didn't have enough air to it, so he was able to block it and bring it down. And coming down that right-hand side of the pool is Liam Go. Sacred Heart, well known over the years for their counter-attacks. Once they get that counter-attack going, they are a very hard team to stop. Ball comes into hole, it fires, and it's an ejection.
Max Byers able to earn the ejection there from centre forward. Good leg strength. And here comes Sacred Heart now.
Ball comes out of the 2 metre mark. It's up the top. Ball comes to Ponton. It's been well blocked there by Fenton. Good front water pass to Watson. Watson, of course, the boys, he's the top point scorer of the tournament. 24 tournament goals to his name. He scored 4 in their last game last evening. Sacred Heart back on attack. They walk it in. Evans back to Go. It's just a 2 for tat. It's a bounce by Evans, but it drifts away to the left of the goal. Score remains 1-0. Roughly 3.5 minutes left in this first quarter of this 5th and 6th playoff. Watson surveying the options. Goes to the top to Elliott. He's been pushed back towards halfway. Taking it forward. Seeing interesting tactic here by Sacred Heart. Kieran, tell us about the top 2 players at the top of the mushroom. What are they? They're sliding tactic. What's that trying to achieve?
Yeah, so in the game of Waterpolo, Brad, on their defence there's a team called splitting the defence. So those 2 players working together, trying to trap the ball with the attacking player and being able to apply some pressure there. Here we go, Sacred Heart now with a post up.
Cummings trying to do the post up. He's been pushed out to the wing. Ball comes back to Ponton. Up to the top to Pearson, and Pearson shoots. That's a fantastic shot at goal by Dylan Pearson. Outside the 5, and the score now is locked up 1 apiece.
Good shot there by Pearson.
And this makes it even more spectacular when it bounces off that right-hand post and drifts across into the far corner.
The term us players like to use there, Brad, is called a big bar in.
It's a spectacular bar in, and it's good defence there. Thomas Cummings driving forward. He's got the defenders of Kings chasing after him. He decides to turn and earn the foul. 9 away from the goal. There's a post up coming, but the pass is not there. It's gone to Grace at the top. Loose pass, but tidied up there by Go. He takes it in. Byers looks to turn in that centre forward position. But Fenton's up to the task and swallows the ball up. 1-0 is the score, 2 minutes to go. Kings fast out of the blocks at the start, Kieran.
They sure were, Brad.
But Sacred Heart, their defence is nullifying their fast speed. Here's a shot. It drifts away to the right.
Big game for these 2 teams to get up for, Brad. After losing a semi-final, you might find that you're a bit down in the dumps. But again, here's a game that these guys would be very excited about getting a positive outcome.
Bronson Chungson fouled. Referees tell him to bring the ball back to the 2 metre mark. Up the top to Cummings. He shoots. And it's going to be a 2 metre on the far side of the pool. Good block there by Josh Fenton.
I'll just keep an eye on Max Byers here, working hard and hold here, Brad. We'll see what the King's College boys respond with, if they respond with a zone defence, which it appears they are playing a zone defence now.
They're playing the drop on that far wing and also from point as well, and it's forcing Sacred Heart to take the shot, hitting that pressure on, and that time there, followed up again by Josh Fenton.
Absolutely, that zone defence working well there, Brad.
Toby Grace takes it forward. He was looking to play the drop, but the support player came back. Ball still in hand with Elliott. Felix Allenson looks to take it in.
Tasker working hard in whole sheet here, Brad. Sacred Heart.
Well, that time there, Harry Furman Just didn't see the player coming from behind and
No.
slapped the ball out of him. So
Just was able to blindside that guy there.
bit of open awareness as Liam Go takes it down. He looks to put it into hole. And he does that. Excellent work there by Max Byers. Oh, narrowly, and it hits that top bar. So Sacred Heart coming alive. 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Last attacking opportunity for King's College.
They'll be looking to use the whole 30 here, Brad.
It's a shot by Watson, but quickly spotted up by Jarvie. 13 seconds remaining.
Good block there by Jarvie. Able to get two hands to the ball there on that block.
And here goes Toby Grace. He shoots. He's got a mighty arm on him, but it was well blocked by
Fenton.
Fenton. And so that's the end of the first quarter. It's 1-1 between these two powerhouse Auckland schools, King's College and Sacred Heart. Tell us what tactics these two teams might be talking about at this break.
Well, Brad, I think for Sacred Heart College, they'll be looking to give Max Byers a bit of room in whole set. So they'll try to spread this Kings defence out as wide as they possibly can. And for Kings, I think they'll be looking to assert some dominance in that whole set position there as well by getting their centre forward, either Toby Tasker, down to the 2 metre line and creating opportunities from there.
We'd like to thank our sponsors this morning, bringing you this live broadcast, Caltex, bringing free feel-good moments to the communities, which is why we are proud to partner with the New Zealand Sports Collective. Together with Caltex and the Sports Collective, we aim to increase participation in a wide range of sports available to secondary school students, from curling to even rugby sevens. Pure Athletic, leading apparel provider in New Zealand who deliver high-quality, cost-effective sports apparel solutions into schools. New Zealand Carbon Farming, leaders in carbon farming, and also partnership on the focus on directly supporting the communities, and also Māori Television, and we are bringing this live to you on Māori Active on YouTube, courtesy of StreamShock Live. We saw some hard mahi in that first quarter, and we were looking forward to seeing some more ruku by both sides, both driving hard. Really want to see some tuapa, some counter-attack, Kieran. Of course, you know counter-attacks in Sacred Heart. You, over your years, you were well drilled in it.
Sure do, Brad. And Sacred Heart with a beautiful facility there in East Tamaki.
Good split view there for the swim-off. And this time it's Sacred Heart through Hilton and earn the swim-off in the first period of possession. At the top is Toby Grace. His father, Matt, is the manager of Sacred Heart. Just a bit of a fusion there of the pass, and so King's College now back on attack.
Rowan in the whole set now.
The pass there from Tasker, I was hoping that Rowan would be able to get it up, but it drifted away to the right.
Yeah, just a slight miscommunication there, but they'll learn from that, and I'm sure those two will be linking up again shortly.
Ball comes in. And excellent work by the goalkeeper there, Josh Fenton. Good game so far, the goalie for Kings.
Absolutely, Josh Fenton able to read that play there and actually steal that ball prior to it coming into the centre forward.
Hilton brings the poto forward, the point position. He looks to hook it in to Kim. As they're playing, appears to be a double hold there on both posts. That time, the tactic did not work. Ball comes down. It's a bit loose. That time there, Noah Grace couldn't quite get the ball. Fenton's up to the task again, being really impressed with this goalkeeper.
Ooh.
Pass there to Kim wasn't on target. And Sacred Heart again, Hill for the turnover. Just a bit of to and fro so far. Just a few mistakes happening from both sides.
A little bit now. We'll see what structure Sacred Heart come up with.
A shot there from Chungson was hitting that left-hand bar. So they earn themselves another 2 metre, and Toby Grace with the ball.
Ben Millard now setting hole for Sacred Heart College. He has good position now. Also a good drive there by number 2, Bronson Chunkson.
And it's going to be Tasker who's going into the exclusion zone. And it's a 6-on-5 for Sacred Heart. They bring it down into the 2. Up the top to Byers. Byers shoots. And that's a fantastic shot there by Seth Byers. His first goal of the tournament. And that left-hand side of the goal, Kieran.
Absolutely. Good movement there on that 6-5, Brad.
Excellent.
The number 10, Noah Grace, able to take that ball down inside of the 2 metre, really drawing those defenders, and then just Seth Byers using his legs and finishing off a good shot.
An excellent move there by Grace as well, coming from that deep wing and exposing that gap that allowed Byers to shoot. Ooh, that time there, Sacred Heart earning the turnover. And they bring it down. Excellent work there by Ben Millard. Ben Millard, 9 tournament goals to his name. Seth Byers takes it in. He's got front water and he shoots again. Oh, it bounces off Fenton, and Grace almost flicked it into the goal, but to no avail. So King's College survive that period of attack. Watson foul close to that green touchline.
Kim now able to get good position in centre forward. Earns another ejection there, Brad.
Excellent work by Kim. Ooh. And it's going to be a 5 metre that time there. Noah Grace giving away another exclusion. And so we're going to have our first penalty in this 5th and 6th playoff. There's the ball. Referees are just taking the ball out of the field of play.
Talking about that last attack there, Brad, I thought Kim did really well to be able to swim to that whole position there. Using some good strength there, Brad. As we know, water polo is not all about just being able to have a good upper body strength, but also using your legs and being able to hold that position. Kim was able to earn that 5 metre as well.
Kim has also had 13 tournament goals to his name, and I can see why. The power of the young man. Real presence there in that centre forward position. Here's Ethan Watson. Take the penalty. He scores his first for the morning and his 25th goal of the tournament, and we're locked up 2 apiece.
Tight tussle here at the moment, Brad. Can't really split these 2 teams too much at this stage of the game.
Very even teams. Both play a very similar game plan.
Both attacking really well. Both defending well as well.
Colin Ponton with the ball at the top. Passes down to Seth Byers, and Byers takes it in. He's looking for his brother Max in a hole, but he decides to take it in. Passes it back. Ball comes up the top to Junction. He's fouled by Watson at the top. He shoots and scores! Excellent work and excellent power in the legs there by Chunkston. We see this Caltex replay here. He gets fouled by Watson and very quickly gets the ball. Good breaststroke kick high up in the air and scores in that bottom left-hand corner, Kieran.
Yes, spread. Good finish there.
2.5 left in the second quarter. 3-2 is the score. Advantage Sacred Heart. Watson looks to turn, but he earns himself the foul. Allenson takes it down in that deep wing, but heavy defence there from Thomas Cummings sees a 6-on-5 for King's College. Playing the free here, Kieran. Looking to open up. Here goes Kim. Takes it in. And spotted up by Jarvie. That's the first time this morning we've seen the free on a 6-on-5.
Sure was, Brad.
Here's the goal scorer again. He's fouled by Tasker. Tasker looking to steal the ball, but foul was committed.
Sacred Heart here, big counter.
Oh, big counter. And Hilton nearly getting the goal. Bouncing away, and so King's College
Number 3 there for Sacred Heart, Fletcher Hilton, working really hard on their drive, not stopping, which is what we really like to see from these driving players, Brad, is not stopping in the water. Just keep working.
Kim turns, excellent work.
Really good move there by Kim.
Sacred Heart defenders keeping their hands up to avoid being excluded.
Absolutely.
Oliver Jarvie.
Kim just unlucky there with the wave taking that ball just a bit too far away from him, not being able to regather that.
Fletcher Hilton takes it to the 2, surveys the options, passes over to the other wing. He was looking for that post up, but it didn't happen. Fouled in as it comes in. That time there, it was Max Byers. His head was down in the water when he went to turn, so wasn't able to get the exclusion that time. If he probably had his head up and while turning, he probably might have got the exclusion, Kieran.
Yeah. Obviously keeping your head up there, Brad, is a tough job when you're in centre forward.
That's why they say it's rugby but played in water.
Exactly.
Ball comes down to the wing. They look into Kim, but that defence just swallowed up that ball quickly. Fitness for both teams here. Mostly short, sharp sprinting at training. Although, Kieran, we used to do 100 100s once. When, one year when the hut peaked on the 110.
Yeah.
Up the top.
I'd usually be looking to aim about 130 there, Brad, but nevertheless.
Here we go. It's the last attacking opportunity for the second quarter for King's College. Jim Floringer barking out the commands. As Kings look to just slow it down, looking to see an opportunity. A good wrestle here in the centre forward position. This time, Ethan Watson in there. 5 to go. The goalkeeper at halfway. Shoots. And unsuccessful. So at half-time, it is 3-2 Sacred Heart over King's College in this replay of the North Island's 5th and 6th playoff. And so far, it's a very even contest, Kieran.
So far it is, Brad. A very tight tussle in some really key positions here in the water. We're seeing that Kings are able to almost nullify Sacred Heart's counter-attack at the moment. Kings will be looking to try keep that pressure on defence. Sacred Heart, conversely, will be looking to apply some pressure on their counter-attack as well here in the third quarter. We often like to call it the championship quarter, and they'll be looking to take their opportunities.
Justin Pickering giving out the commands to his troops. Sacred Heart College, Auckland, Marist Brothers School, founded in 1903. Take courage and act manfully is the motto. But Kieran, since you're an old boy there, you probably know the Latin saying.
Yes, Brad. Confrontare est ver. Whilst we're speaking of colleges, Brad, I'd just like to quickly give a big shout out to the stalwart of New Zealand water polo, Chris Hayward. I know he's watching us and listening to us online right now. Big shout out to him that couldn't make it to schoolboys and schoolgirl championships for the first time this year. We hope you're well, CH.
Chris Hayward, real doyen of New Zealand water polo. It's just the first time since 1986 he hasn't attended a schoolboys tournament. One would probably say we should name the schoolboys trophy after him for his loyal service to the game. If it wasn't for Chris Hayward, water polo wouldn't be in this position today.
Absolutely, Brad, and neither would my English. I was fortunate enough to have Mr. Chris Hayward as my 7th form English teacher.
Sacred Heart have a new headmaster for Term 2. Patrick Walsh is the new headmaster, moving from John Paul College in Rotorua. 19 years he was principal at John Paul College.
Wow.
Successful swim-off here by Charlie Hunt and King's College. The first attacking opportunity of the third quarter. Watson at the top. Passes off to Kim. Kim looks to drive. Sacred Heart defenders keeping their arms up. There's the shot by Watson. An excellent save there by Jarvie. 3-2 was the score. Expect this one to go right down to the wire. We saw earlier before the broadcast the boys 7 and 8 playoff between Auckland Grammar and Westlake boys, and that finished as a draw.
Here come King's College now on the counter-attack, Brad. Watson now with the ball, the big left-hander. What's he going to do?
He
good
passes
read
it
there.
down to his deep wing, and the shot comes in, and that's excellent work there by Charlie Hunt.
Well done.
Really catching that deep wing
Yep.
and the defender back.
And Watson there able to draw a defender towards him, which left his teammate Charlie Hun nice and free to be able to take that shot.
And
Good finish.
An aggressive balking too as well. If you're going to make yourself be a presence in front of the goal, you've really got to get up and be powerful. Elbow out of the water. Excellent work there by Charlie Hunt.
Absolutely.
Scores locked up, 3-all. All comes down to the left-hand wing. High pass over the top to Ponton. Ponton, well, great defence there by Watson. Clipped the elbow.
Absolutely.
And earning the turnover. And the counter-attack is on. And Hunt managed to be slowed down there by Thomas Cummings. And there's a weak on the far side on the deep wing. That's Sacred Heart very quickly on defence to tidy that up. Ball at the top to Toby Tasker. He shoots, bounces into their bottom right-hand corner. A fantastic shot there by Toby Tasker, his 8th goal of the tournament. And now King's College are ahead 4 points to 3.
What a shot here by Toby Tasker. Big game play there, Brad. As we said, the third quarter being the championship quarter, that's a very key goal there for King's College to score. Well done.
That was 8 metres away from the goal. I remember the old days of water polo when you could only shoot outside the 8. King's College, there's a turnover. So that time there, although the referees are calling for the ball out. And it's going to be a double thumb call, which means we're going to have a toss of contest, Kieran.
We sure are, Brad.
Now this is going to be the real test of strengths of legs.
Yep.
And sometimes the referees have quirky ways of throwing the ball in. I used to do the high one.
Okay. Legs and reaction time here, Brad.
Correct. I think I remember old
We might see this taken again.
John Waldo, who's the head referee here, he quite likes this doing the drop. But you actually have to throw it here at this pool because there's a good metre between the pool side and the lane rope. There we go.
King's coming away with the ball here.
King's College on attack. Starting this third quarter off very well. Toby Tasker on halfway. At the top to Ellenson. He finds Charlie Hun.
Sacred Heart pressing here.
That time there, the pass into hole wasn't on, as the two Sacred Heart defenders had shut down that space. Good defence there by Sacred Heart. All comes down by Ponton on this right-hand wing. Surveys the options, looks into the middle. It's a great pass, and that is Toby Grace. An excellent assist there on the wing by Ponton. And Toby Grace scores a picture-perfect goal off a dry pass.
Absolutely, Brad. That goal really started from about halfway. Toby Grace was just swimming hard, being able to drive into that space there and essentially getting that ball nice and free on the 2-metre line.
4-all is the score. It's a low pass in, and it's good defence, good crashing defence there by Toby Grace on Elliott. And so Sacred Heart, another attack, and it's come down on this deep wing again, but this time, let's let him go. Looking in, he's looking for the pass, it comes, oh, not that time.
It's got another chance here, Brad.
It's got to be a goal! Gunson has 2. They didn't get it the first time, but the second time around, they got it, and Sacred Heart are back in the lead.
King's College now, Brad. I think they'll be trying to get Kim back into whole set as he was having some really good minutes inside of there, creating opportunities, but he seems to be very versatile, being able to play centre forward and centre back. Kim now with the ball up top.
Good defence on Kim. It's a good block there by Max Byers. King's still in possession. And Byers, there's the turnover, and the counter-attack's on. Here goes Liam Go. Ball just drifts out to his right, but he still goes. He's got front water to the goal. He looks for options. He's got to take it himself. Go shoots. But it's a good block there by Fenton.
Fenton, good block.
He's having a sterling game. Josh Fenton. Watson down on the swing. Looks for options. Being fouled by Grace.
Kim now in centre forward, working hard, creating some space. Good defence on him by Poynton. Sacred Heart with a big zone now onto Kim.
Kim, really aggressive.
Working really hard there, Kim.
Here comes the shot. Top corner! Top corner by Rowan Elliott. His second for the game. And we're locked up again, 5-all.
Really good patience there by Rowan Elliott.
Look at that. That's a perfect shot.
As we come back there though, Brad, good teamwork by King's College.
Good leg strength as well. I remember when we used to play Waterpolo, Kieran, we went against one of the best players with leg strength. It was Lockie Tyson. I remember seeing a famous picture of Ben Pye, who was one of our teammates, played for New Zealand as well. Lockie Tyson, former New Zealand captain. He used to be able to jump out past his knees out of the water. Incredible player, Lockie Tyson. Played for Rongotai College. Rongotai College and Sacred Heart, I believe, are equal at the top for titles in the New Zealand schoolboys history.
Yep. Spot on there, Brad.
Sacred Heart up to Grace. Grace shoots, but referee blows and there's an exclusion. So it's a 6-on-5 for Sacred Heart.
Rowan here being excluded.
Down to that deep wing again. They look to the top to Grace. Grace shoots. Good bounce into that left-hand quarter. Grace has 2 for the quarter. And it's 6-5 to Sacred.
Toby Grace with a nice catch and finish there, using his legs. Good temperament there for a young man, still at college, being able to finish a shot like that there, Brad. Really impressive.
He's a powerful player, Toby Grace. He's now 9 tournament goals. Watson with the ball. Surveys his options. Taking his time. Tries to earn the foul. No foul. Goes for the shot, but we have seen a good drive this time by Kim, earning the exclusion on Max Byers. So King's College for 6-on-5 to tie up the scores. 1:20 to go in the third quarter.
Kim's work rate here in this game is exceptional, Brad. I've been really impressed by him.
Down on the steep wing. It comes to the top. It's an impressive flick.
Sacred Heart College applying a bit of pressure to Watson now. They don't want the big left-hander to have their ball with a free shot.
6-on-5 unsuccessful that time. So Lafano, the sprint by Sacred Heart up the pool. Hard mahi in this last 48 seconds. The drive in from Byers. He shoots. Oh, it's that crossbar. Grace tried to get the ball, but King's College swallowed it up. So King's on attack with the portal. Looking to score another pedal to tie the scores up going into the third quarter break. Kim shoots. Jarvie swallows it up well. Here goes Toby Grace, front water. Looks to shoot. Oh, he's got free! Free in this quarter, Toby Grace. Front water, uses the power and the strength. And with 15 seconds to go.
Good awareness there by Toby Grace. To be able to react on that defence and get back up into offence, caught his opposing player off guard there, being able to create some space and get him free. And a nice pass there from the keeper.
An excellent replay, the Celtics replay there. One of our fantastic sponsors, Celtics, teaming up to the New Zealand Sports Collective, helping these young individuals out here playing in this tournament.
Absolutely, Brad. Being a water polo player myself, I know that every bit of support that players can receive is vital for their game and their development. So thank you, Celtics.
Good defence there by Sacred Heart. And that is the end of the third quarter. But King's College, if they win the swim off at the start of the fourth, they will be a man up if they win that. If they don't, Sacred Heart will return to a full roster of players in the pool. That's the end of the third quarter, Kieran. Sacred Heart really dominated that quarter, in particular Toby Grace with 3 goals.
Yeah, absolutely, Brad. There were periods in that game there where Sacred Heart really had some dominance, but at the same time, King's College were able to weather a bit of the storm there from Sacred Heart. So well done to Kings. They're not out of this game at all. I believe that Jim Floshinger will be just encouraging his boys now in this fourth quarter to stick with the game plan, stick with what they are trying to achieve on attack and on defence, and that should lead to them to being able to come back.
King's College founded in 1896. Their principal is Simon Lamb. Character prevails is their motto, and they'll be using that character to try and prevail in this fourth quarter to win the 5th and 6th playoff. Currently trailing by 2, 7-5. Sacred Heart with the lead. There's a great shot there of the Sacred Heart bench. Justin Pickering giving his final instructions before the final quarter. What do you think he's saying there, Kieran?
I think Justin will just be reminding these guys that, hey, look, take your time now with the ball. Don't rush any plays, and just give yourselves the opportunity to help your teammate out as well. Put them in good positions, and to use every single position as best they can. They're up 2 goals now, so they've got a 2-goal cushion. They want to maintain that now, Brad. They won't want to allow Kings to get any easy goals, especially coming out here in this quarter being a man being excluded, a man down.
Sacred Heart College narrowly missed out on the top 4. Came down to their pool play match against Palmerston North Boys High School, which was 8-all. And it came down to the crossovers of who scored more goals, and Palmerston North only just. And the same thing happened up in Auckland at the North Islands a month ago. So Sacred Heart looking to finish 5th here again. And they swim hard at the swim off, and so they're back to a full quota of players in the pool.
Absolutely.
Sacred Heart with the portal, taking it forward. Looking to earn old Tucky, exclusion. Race at the top. Passes to Cummings.
Very good defence there by Kings.
Excellent defence, just really swarming around him.
Absolutely, able to read where their ball was going and double team their player.
Down the deep wing for Ellison. Trailing by 2 at King's College.
Watson in centre forward.
Watson, strong, mighty, powerful shot into the net.
Very good strength there by Ethan Watson.
And that is Watson's Brewer, second goal. Narrows the margin, 7-6. Back in our day, Kieran, when we were playing schoolboys, it was 5-minute quarters. Now it's 6.
Yes, Brad.
A lot more physicality in the game.
Yep. We were both fortunate to play with some cross-code legends.
We certainly were.
Some famous rugby players.
Some very famous rugby players, of course. Kieran's school, Ben Afiaki. Ben Afiaki, former All Black, now helps out coaching the Blues rugby team. They're going very well at the moment, the Blues.
They sure are, Brad.
Many other great players we've played against for over the years.
Yep.
Frank Afiaki, Ben's brother.
Yep. Jamie Chipman. James King as well.
James King. Eamon Louis as well.
Eamon Louis, yep. Connor Louis.
Good shot there. Great shot there by Connor Ponton.
Pointing there. Good finish, using his legs. Having some good patience as well there, not forcing the issue.
8-6 is the score. Connor Ponton extending that lead back to 2. 4.5 to go as we see the Celtics replay. Kieran, talk us through this one.
Well, the King's College had actually dropped off on Poynton there. Poynton with a very good fake, moving laterally with the ball, able to keep that defender stationary and finish the shot off.
Quick pass out from the hole. Out through. Oh, it's one of those famous goals again,
very
Kieran.
Good shots. Absolutely.
Rowan Elliott with the goal. That's his third for the match. We're back to a 1-point margin. 8-7. Sacred still ahead.
Very good finish there by Rowan. I I wouldn't be surprised if these boys, if we see them playing other sports in the winter time as well, Brad.
Well, exactly. Often, sometimes, some of these schools use these players to get them fit for the first 15 rugby season. Here's a good drive and a pass. And Toby Grace has his fourth.
Number 4 for the game.
Fourth for the game. That was a good assist there by Noah Grace, taking it in. Grace driving through, down there onto that left post, posting up.
Absolutely.
And a great goal. And takes that margin back to 2. Kim with the ball. The pressure from Max Byers. Passes the ball down.
9-7 with 3 minutes 50 seconds remaining here, Brad.
A tight tussle here in the 5th and 6th playoff. It's a wild pass. That time there, Tasker couldn't get the ball.
Very unlucky. Sacred Heart back on the counter now. As we can see, Fletcher now with the ball.
And it comes out the back to Connor Ponton. Looks to the hole, but that time there, Kings around them quickly, dropping back and swallowing that ball up. Good covering defence.
Absolutely, Brad. The tussle between Kim and Byers is very, very good.
Down the steep wing goes Elliott. 3 goals, looking for his 4th. Ball comes back to the top to Ethan Watson.
Kim now playing centre forward, gets the ball, Brad.
Goes for the backhand. What a stunner! Kim with the backhand.
Well done.
Absolutely thrilling shot.
Excellent finish there by Kim. Swimming all the way from centre back on Max Byers and then all the way to centre forward. Being able to finish nicely there with the backhand.
It was a good pass there from the point player.
It was.
That was Watson.
Watson, yes.
You noticed the defenders just weren't being aware, watching where the ball was going, and that allowed Kim to use that opportunity with his right hand to get that backhand.
Absolutely.
Sacred Heart.
Back on attack now.
Grace shoots. Bounces off that top left-hand corner. 9-8 remains the score. This to go down to the wire. It's a tussle in the middle there with Watson and Gunson. It's allowing Elliott to drive down. Elliott looks to shoot. He tries to go for that far corner. It drifts in front.
Nice drive by Guy Hunt for King's College there as well, Brad. Working hard.
Starting to see a lot more Ruku happening.
Absolutely.
More driving. Trying to catch the weakening player that may not be alert at that time. And here we go. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. King's defending. Sacred Heart put it into the hole. It's a shot. Well blocked there by Fenton.
Another good block by Fenton. Timeout called here, Brad.
Timeout called by Jim Floringer.
Any thoughts on what Jim would like to achieve with this timeout here, Brad?
I think Kieran, really they should be looking for what they did very similar before with their last goal.
Yes.
It's getting Kim in there, but also drawing the defenders around.
Yes.
And allowing Watson either to shoot or get that gap for Kim to use his power to get the 6-on-5.
Yep.
So I think look for those two players to be instrumental. But also, I think there's going to be a lot of driving. I always remember a playoff to get the semi-finals. And, of course, another teammate of ours, a former teammate, Adam Pye, was playing for Wellington College, playing Auckland Grammar. Auckland Grammar, the favourites of the tournament.
Okay.
Just to get into the semi-finals.
Right.
When I was refereeing Waterpolo, I refereed that game. He scored 6 unanswered goals in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
And the last goal, Boris Kipnis, who was the coach of Wellington College, former teacher there.
Another Wellington legend.
Another Wellington legend. Made them all swim around in a bundle.
Okay.
Adam swam underwater, popped up, got the ball from the goalie shot, won the game for Wellington College, and they got to the semi-finals.
Right.
Here we go. There's some movement happening around here. Lots of driving around. Watson at the top. Heavily defended. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's the ball for Kim. It's just a foul. Looking for options. Decides to play the ball himself. Here comes the shot from Tasker. That time there, the timeout manoeuvre didn't work. A minute and a half left in this 5th and 6th playoff. Oh, good turn, front water for Hilton. He manages to move out to his right.
Well done, Fletcher Hilton. Good control on that play there.
Foul outside the 5. Max Byers flicks it off to Ponton. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. He plays the ball himself. Goes to Byers. Byers shoots. But the long lanky arm of Fenton.
Kim here on the counter-attack, Brad.
Here's Kim, the danger man. That time there, Ponton quickly to swallow up the ball, and we have a timeout for Sacred Heart with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. And Kieran, being a Sacred Heart player, and you've probably been in many of these situations where you're ahead by one or trailing by one. What's the tactic going to be here by Justin Pickering?
Well, Brad, good question there. I think Brad will be looking to control this entire possession and creating some opportunities from the 2 metre line there for his big centre forwards and driving players. Being down or being up by 1 goal, let's not forget things can change really quickly in Waterpolo, Brad. So Sacred Heart will not only want to be executing this attack really well, they will also want to be controlling Kings back on their defence and their transition counter-attack and not allow Kings College to get back into this.
Another one from the history books, another 5th and 6th playoff match, 2003.
Wow.
Hutt Valley High School.
Okay.
Players we had, Ben Pye and
Yes.
Chris Naylor, Eamon Louis. Played Auckland Grammar.
Well done.
5th and 6th playoff.
Yep.
1 second to go, scores were tied, and there was a flick pass into hole by Auckland Grammar, and they won. I'll never forget that. It was a
Absolutely.
1 second timeout.
Sacred Heart here with the driving from the 2 spot.
Shot by Toby Grace, but Fenton
Inning.
knocks it over to the dead ball line, so it's going to be a 2 metre.
55 seconds left in this game here, Brad. Sacred Heart on attack.
Ball up the top to Grace.
Another drive by Poynton into the set position.
Oh, that is brilliant. Excellent assist there by Toby Grace. And that is Fletcher Hilton scoring his 7th goal of the tournament.
Well done, Fletcher Hilton.
45 seconds left in the match. Sacred Heart ahead by 2. And that was just excellent dry passing, but they managed to able to drift around the Kings' defence as we see this replay, Kieran.
Really good patience here as well, Brad. Good off-the-hand shot there, catching crossface, which is a really advanced technique.
Easy as you like as the ball comes down to the steep wing. Up the top to Elliott. Good steal there by Connor Ponton, and it's an exclusion. And Sacred Heart are going to use their 2nd time out of the match.
They are indeed, Brad.
I'll take one, that's right.
Well, apparently,
After that goal there, Brad,
yeah.
I noticed that Justin Pickering made a number of substitutions there. 3 guys coming out and giving another 3 guys an opportunity here in this last quarter here, Brad.
well, this is the opportunity where you often are ahead by 2 with only seconds remaining. And sometimes some of your younger players, some of your younger year 11s or year 10s in some cases.
Absolutely, Brad.
This is not. They might have played a few of the earlier games,
Yep.
but in these finals matches when the
Yep.
scores are close, they don't often get the ball play
Yep.
time, but they've got this opportunity here with them ahead.
Absolutely right there, Brad. Let's not forget what an opportunity this is for those young guys, Brad. They'll be coming back next year and being more involved in the sport, or not in the sport, but actually in the water as well, and playing more senior roles.
The officials blow time on Sacred Heart's 2nd time out. 10-8 is the score. Sacred ahead of King's College. 6 on 5 with Alex Jargus in the exclusion box.
Sacred Heart starting nice and wide here, Brad. They'll be looking to move the defender, creating an opportunity for the player that doesn't have a defender in front of them to have a good shot.
Here's a potential shot. It comes back, but it's just a loose pass picked up by Go. Go goes back. That's a shot, and that is the winner. Max Byers scores with 5 seconds remaining, and 11-8 is the score.
Max Byers with a nice finish there.
A great finish there. You do feel for Kings. They've put up a real fine performance. I've been really impressed with Kim and Hull.
Yep.
Put up a fine performance.
The big-
Sacred Heart just that little bit better. As the wild shot, it's been blocked, and that is full time. Your 5th place getters are Sacred Heart, winning 11 points to 8 over King's College in a thrilling contest, and it's a repeat of the result from North Islands. Kieran, your observations of the game?
Brad, there was a really good tussle in that game there. We saw some really good water polo play by Sacred Heart and by Kings, both asserted dominance in different sides of the game. But in the end, Sacred Heart coming out with the victory. Well done.
So full time, 11-8 is the score. I'm Brad Hudson. Aotearoa.